What up, though?
What up, though?
Welcome to Woman Crush Every Day, where we discuss queer media, especially when it is black, and especially when it is woman. I am your host, Tang B, aka Sean B. Scribe, aka Idina.
AKA Idina on this Halloween day. And I am also Allison, aka Al Wu, and aka Hattie on today. So... Boom.
Yeah. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Exactly.
We're having fun with it. Shout out to Twenties for creating a character so I could be somebody, other than Amber's Closet. Shout out to Amber's Closet. But, I just want options on who I can be for Halloween.
These possibility models.
Yes, I love it.
This is what we're talking about right now. Okay?
Awesome.
These people we can be for Halloween.
So this episode, we are going to talk about Twenties on BET by Lena Waithe. We're going to discuss season 2, episode 3. But first, we are going to shout out some of our new subscribers.
Yeah, and we're also going to shout out that we are also live right now on Instagram.
Hey.
So if you are following us on Instagram, it's a little bit of a different angle, but you can tap in over here. Whoop-de-whoop. And yeah, so check in over there.
Absolutely. Okay, shout out to Shermelle Daniel. Thank you so much for subscribing. Another shout out to Melanie White, India Kai, and Phyllis Price. And finishing us off is Gabriella Fish. Welcome to Woman Crush Every Day.
Welcome.
Thank you for joining. Feel free to join the chat. Enjoy. So let's get into the episode.
Boom. So episode 3, y'all. That was, I don't know, this was a doozy.
A lot happened.
Yeah. So
a lot happened.
What was your favorite part, though?
I love seeing Ida B and Hattie in their matching pajamas. They had the pajama set. Ida B had the full, white with the speckled. It was a little bit speckled, a little bit tie-dye going on. It was nice and colorful with the full leg. Hattie had to switch it up, put the shorts jump with it. It was nice. It was cute.
That was
they were playing
dope.
jacks. And it was cute banter that showed their age difference, but also where they're matched in playfulness. And so it was just a fun scene. It was fun to see. It gave me the giggles. And I want more.
Yeah, that was super cute. And shout out the cross colors gear that they had on. I definitely peeped the outfits and the brand, like iconic culture, like hip hop brand. So yeah, I was like, that's dope that they got the matching sweatsuits on. And then singing Jodeci too.
I know
the freaking you breakdown and the slow grind and everything.
Yes.
I was like, oh,
the culture talking.
Yes,
that was dope. Jamaica Swin. Shout out to Jamaica Swin in the chat and supporting big time on Instagram. Thanks so much for your support. What was your favorite moment?
My favorite scene in this episode. It was tough because I really did love that Hattie Ida B scene, but I have to give it to the Chuck and Chance scene.
Yes.
I know this is Woman Crush, but I mean, just in the context of this episode,
it's queer media.
Chuck taking a chance, chucking up the deuces to Marie potentially. Chuck chancing, I don't know, all of that. I thought it was really well done. In fact, watching it the second time, I was like, oh my god, I got emotional. I was like, am I crying right now? I didn't cry, but you know what I'm saying?
No, but the actors, oh my god, they took the cake. They played that scene.
They really did.
The tears in the eyes. The first time I watched it, I did tear up a little bit.
Yeah, that was really, really well done. So that was my favorite scene in this episode, but it was such a close second to that freaking you moment.
It was good
with Hattie and Ida B.
Speaking of, who was your woman crush this week?
My woman crush was a tie. It was a tie between Ida B and Hattie. I love seeing them. I love seeing them in those outfits dancing. And I loved just the whole vibe and the energy of that. She had the ponytail up. She really was getting her. I'm just her high school days. You know what I'm saying? She was she was in a moment right there. So that was definitely woman crush material for me.
Definitely. Shout out to Brittany Hayden.
Hey,
thanks for showing love.
What up? I see you.
My woman crush. My woman crush this week, it's usually Nia. She was looking gorgeous in the gold dress. I was like, yes. But Hattie in this BDE delivering packages.
Hattie with
I
the
felt
BDE.
delivered. Okay. Delivered.
Oh, yes.
That was nice. That was nice. Yeah, that was cute. All right, so what can stay, what can go?
All right, so in this episode, you see Ben and Lauren, and I just feel like that whole relationship, that can go. That can go.
Fair.
Nobody needs that. That's obviously not serving anybody. Ben is hoeing the mess out of her this whole time, so I'm going to go ahead and say that can go. But I don't want Lauren to go, because I don't know, there's something about her goofy ass I like. Like, there's a lot. I mean, that's her character.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think she's funny. I think she's likable. She's problematic at times because she tries a little hard, but it's funny. It's funny to watch because I don't have to deal with her. Yeah.
So it's like I don't want to lose what energy she brings to the show. And I think you kind of mentioned this when we talked about it earlier. You mentioned that with in this same episode, Lauren mentions to Hattie that she has this extra room. So if Hattie ends up moving in with Lauren, that's probably going to be how we keep Lauren around.
Yeah, and Lauren's desperate for friends. She really likes black friends.
She needs the plug.
She really does.
She needs the plug on black friends.
I agree. Ben is not the one for her. And it seems like Ben is really interested in Nia, so I think that's how that's gonna go.
Yeah. What can Ben can get to step and I see you Jamaica swing. For real. But what can stay? I'm always here for well, I mean, I'm not totally here. I'm gonna say I like the moments with Ida B and Hattie, but that I'm team Hattie and Idina. Don't we just look so cute together? I mean, that's all I'm saying. I just believe in it. But what can stay? I mean, what we're going to continue to see, obviously, and feel up until the point where it has to explode is Hattie and Ida B. So it's like that can stay. Let's keep that coming. Let's keep Chance and Chuck coming. No pun intended on that.
More chances with that.
Well, I guess
I'm going full in on the pun. More chances with Chance.
More chances on boom. So, all right.
I mean, what can go is the secrets between between Chuck and Marie. I want them to come clean with each other because they both so clearly need something else. They both need to get these questions answered for themselves, and I just hope that they get to have an honest conversation about it. So more of them communicating in their relationship, less of them giving each other eyes like, what's going on over there? Okay.
Right. The distrust situation. They is constantly side-eyeing.
It's rough because they about to be married in their 20s.
Yeah.
Which 20-year-old me,
let me tell you,
I don't wish that on no marriage.
That's a failed marriage. Okay, that is a failed marriage. I mean, and I don't mean that to say like if you get married in your 20s, it's not gonna work out.
It works out for many people.
It's tough. It's like really you're learning a lot about yourself. I know for me that definitely would have been.
Oh yeah, so much of my self-discovery happened post-college, and I think people think like, oh, I finished college and I can get married, and it's like there's so much more growing that happens once you start really living in the real world. You're not just in the dorm, you're not just on campus, you don't have a ready-made community. You got to get out there and make it work. What can stay? I want more idea. I want to figure out what's going on in this writing group, so I hope that comes back next episode. I definitely want more Hattie and Ida B for right now. I think they have a lot to learn from each other. It's so fun seeing them have fun. And I think it's what they both need. They both are struggling trying to, Ida B trying to hold things together because she's got this empire she's built and also this image, and, her time is caught up. And it's nice to see her relaxed. For Hattie, it's good to see, she's doing the hustle, she's doing the work that it takes, but then she also has somebody that in ways affirms her, but in other ways, the way she be playing Hattie That can stop. Because Hattie is a hot mess, but she don't deserve to be anybody's secret. That can go.
I mean, that's true. That's true. I mean, yeah. Okay, I'm not even gonna go deep into that. But actually, I do kind of want to talk about that though, because I want to talk about the power dynamics at play. I feel like in their relationship in particular, like you have the age dynamics, you have the gender expression dynamics, you have wealth dynamics. I feel like there's so many things going on, you know, contrasting between Ida B and Hattie, and I don't know. I want to just hear your thoughts on like how that impacts their relationship.
I mean, I think it totally impacts their relationship. But what I think is different is Hattie is not working for Ida B. And Ida B's excuse is like, I can't hire you back because I can't sleep with my subordinate. So she's not your subordinate in this situation. She is somebody who's at a different point in her career than you are. And that happens many times in relationships. Some people don't choose that. Some people do. And I think if you're gonna sleep with somebody, if you're gonna hang out with them, if you're gonna video call them while they're on the job, then you can go bowling with them. You cannot pass off that you're a germaphobe and that's why you can't go out. You know, you can suggest something
bowling
else.
Balls are nasty.
They are nasty, but she didn't even make another suggestion of what they could do. She derailed the conversation.
The whole going out.
She
at
was
all,
like,
period.
I'm avoiding that.
We're not doing that.
I'm changing the whole subject, actually.
Yeah.
And that I think is painful. And you could see, like, when Hattie was on the job and she was explaining to the driver, you know, we don't know what to call each other, so we just don't call each other anything. And he's like, that sounds like a hot mess. So she could start to see, like, yeah, I am feeling a little weird. I am a little out of place. Like, where do I fit? So I don't know. I think that's gonna have to get worked out.
Yeah. Yo, and this is random as hell, but when you brought up the driving, I mean, Ida B and BDE and the guy who was driving the truck, that was Louis Anderson, which is hilarious. He's a comedian, and like he was like literally the reason why I really fell in love with Family Feud. So that was funny as hell to me to see this guy. I'm like, oh shit, that's the dude from Family Feud. I know. I mean, he's been in a bunch of other shit too, but like for me, it was Family Feud.
She loves game shows.
I do. I do
so much.
I have no shame. But either way, yeah, that was funny to see that. But I don't know. This goes into our next question.
Yes.
Like, where does this fit in the queer canon? And what you were saying about being hidden, I guess, like that. I just feel like I want to bring that up in terms of like seeing what that means to be queer and in a place of power at a time where it's like, I don't know, it's like, yeah, it's cool being gay, but it's still not cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that there are more queer black women in the Hollywood game who just don't want to say it publicly, you know, because of what it means.
Hold into an image.
Exactly.
They don't want to get told what kind of stories they get to tell. And I get all of that.
I feel like I look a person on my shirt right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you reach a certain place, you don't want to tarnish your name by being a lesbian. You know, especially if you represent this thing to so many people, which is what Haida B is to all these people with Coco's Butter. So
you
it's
said
like
Haida B. That's funny. I said it's like Hattie and Haida.
That's hilarious.
Haida B. That's funny.
But Ida B, yeah. Like, yeah, what Ida B is and the image that she has to maintain really does mean for her. I mean, you can see how it means to her that she has to put Hattie in a box and put her in a place that, you know, she doesn't really want to interact with.
That's true. And, you know, I think that's what Shamel Daniel is getting at. Thank you for joining the chat. Is she hiding Hattie, or is she hiding that she is dating a woman? I think it's both, but all of it leads to hiding Hattie. And just, I mean, so many queer people I know have been in relationships where, because your partner, maybe they're in danger for the fact that it comes out that they're queer, where there's physical danger, their career is in danger, their familial support is in danger, their housing is in danger, their job is in danger, whatever it is. It doesn't change the fact that it has an effect on your partner, and that in turn is definitely going to have an effect on your relationship. And And then it's also interesting because it's like everybody knows that Ida B gets crushes on her assistants,
right,
and starts little relationships with them. So even her hiding it, it's like the whispering is out, the rumors are out there, and it's like, how many people in Hollywood is that the reality? And I don't think anybody owes it to us to say, you know, I am this and I am out about it. You know, because what else are we not out about? If you're a basketball fan, you don't have to like declare that.
Right.
You know, and I think it's deeper than that, but I also think nobody has a right to anybody else's information. But what you gonna do about that relationship? What you gonna do about what that does to your boo? How you gonna fix that? And what relationships matter more? What are you willing to work to do to be your full self so your partner can have that same right? It's tough.
There were so many things I feel like in terms of like impact on queer canon or where it fits too, in thinking about the Chance and Chuck thing. I thought they had a really interesting conversation around being the perfect black dude.
Yeah.
And that was, man, it's tough, you know, because I think, and like, yeah, I'm just going to leave it there because, I don't know, I want you to go ahead and get in, but that concept of the perfect black dude to me was like, I love seeing this. I love that this story is being told.
I want to take it there because I think that whole concept of being your perfect black, insert gender anything, is what's at play. I mean, that's definitely what's at play for Marie. Like, my mother was a mess, but I have an opportunity to make something better for the legacy of my family. Nia's like, you know, I'm young, and part of me making it is finding my black husband, finding this person I'm going to make this perfect family with, a boy and then a girl and then whatever the plan was.
That was hilarious.
You know, that's part of Hattie's dream of like, okay, I gotta meet this woman and then I gotta make sure I can give her everything. You know, we walking down the aisle. Like, everybody is trying to live up to this expectation in their 20s of what it means to make something good, to be to be an example for your race, which is gross that we still doing this. But I feel like that ingrainment of you have to be better and you have to be the perfect example and don't mess up, and we need this and we're counting on you and the community needs it, and where are the dads and where are the husbands and the family is broken, and all this stuff of saying that black families don't have it together creates this pressure where it's just like, you gonna make broken families by sending people into situations that their anxiety can't even really put up with.
Right. And you know, and Hattie brought that up too, and when Chance and Nia were having that conversation, you know, and he's like, oh, we're gonna have 2 boys and a girl so that way she can be the princess, and Hattie jumps in and is like, you know, or why don't you let them tell you how they identify and go from there, like. But it's like you have these people who are still performing, like the levels of performance when they're struggling. I mean, I'm saying struggling because they're battling their identity. I don't want to say struggling in terms of like being gay as a struggle. You know what I mean?
But I don't think that's necessarily the struggle.
No, yeah, but
what other people feel about that.
Exactly. So I don't know. That all of that. Where does that fit in the queer canon? Like how black folk are working through that.
Yeah. And we need to see these conversations, because even when we have these conversations within queer community, how do you help families have these conversations? How do you help people understand what's happening who have loved ones who are queer and how do you help them understand not to put these unnecessary expectations, or to even throw in the mix like, man, can't wait till you get married, or, you know, or whatever you decide to do. I'm excited to see what your future is like. You know, throw in that something else is possible. Other than what you had in mind.
Yeah, and it causes so many problems trying to fit into these ideals that it's like, why are these even what we're striving for? Like, is this what we're here for? Like, I think, allowing people to be themselves allows people to be more powerful and more free and do more of God's work, if you ask me. You know what I mean? Whatever that means to you. But you know what I'm saying? Like, those things that really are like, I can move freely and like, boss the fuck up. You feel me?
Yes.
Like, that's it, you know? So, yeah.
Yo, speaking of which, we had a really dope conversation with Crystal, the sound yogi.
Yes.
And Crystal was talking about Masterminds, which is an all-female team that is really giving people the tools on how do you get into the media industry. What do you need? How do you get linked into resources, based right here in Detroit. We are definitely going to have an interview with Crystal the Sound Yogi after our live show next week. You'll get a snippet of it, and then you'll be able to see the full interview after that. It was such a dope conversation, and it ties into Twenties because Crystal the Sound Yogi designed the set for the after show.
Yo, Crystal, she's working on the team that made the after show with B. Scott on 20s. So it was just really, really dope how that came full circle, because I met Crystal a couple of years ago through Women in Hip Hop. At a conference in Idlewild, Michigan.
Shout out to Idlewild, making everything great.
Just it's a historically black town in Michigan, and if you don't know about Idlewild, please look it up. It's really, really dope. All
not that movie.
Stars. Yeah, it's not the movie Idlewild. It's Idlewild, Michigan. Yeah. But all back in the day, all the black stars and celebrities used to come through there.
It's a black resort town,
oasis town. You know what I mean? And we went there for this retreat for women in hip hop, and it was really dope to connect with Crystal there. And it kind of came full circle when Lena Waithe shouted us out on her platform. She was like, "Yo, I was just on this show. I was, and it was crazy." I'm like, "Yo, that's dope." So that was So we had a great conversation, and we're gonna release that next week. So please tap into that.
Absolutely. All right, so that's the episode.
That's our conversation.
Shout out to Bread House.
Yes,
per
indeed.
usual. Definitely
indeed.
Check out the new music.
We just released Life is Short on October 21st. That is streaming on all the platforms. You can find it Tidal, Spotify, Amazon, all that good stuff. So please tap in with that. And thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to us on YouTube. And for the folks who are checking us out on Instagram, thank you for being here. But go ahead, click on over to that YouTube page and like and subscribe there. So that's it.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank y'all for watching.
Peace.